the secondary school rowing championships run from under 15 to under 18. So this is the oldest grade, under 18 boys coxed quadruple scull about to come to you. In lane 1, St Bede's College. In lane 2, Gisborne Boys High. In lane 3, Cambridge High School. In lane 4, Roncalli's have been a very interesting performer, haven't they? Because they're not an established name on the secondary school rowing circuit, I guess, from Timaru, I understand, but they're very well performed down south.
Well, we're hearing their name time and time again now in A finals, so it's going to be really interesting to see how they come out, and maybe they're starting to get some depth, into their
in the best under 18 Cox Quad. And a start as the crews just tear out of these starting pontoons through their short strokes, raining in the mid to high 40s as they get away from the start. And you can see there in lane 6, Christ College, just the only one to drop out, but really you could throw a line right across the bows.
Go almost as fast as an 8. So yeah, a lot of power.
Right, you can see now they're just starting to settle off those early urgent strokes, so they're through the power phase, and now they've got to transition out of that into a more steady state phase, and they're doing this very well. These competent young men in Gisborne Boys High School there, looking very strong, 2 from the top, and right alongside them that crew from Roncalli, and then you can see the closest here right in there zooming in on Rangiora. So those 3 started they're doing well. There we are through the first quarter mark. The crews go, and it was certainly it's Roncalli at the moment. There we're the leading crew. Very nice blade work, Nikki.
Really nice, awesome length right out there. Catches, really nice catches out there, not too hard, and good smooth movements. They're all 4 of them in sync, really.
Well, it's a hallmark of a good crew, isn't it? They do make it look easy, but these guys are now getting into some serious oxygen jet, and it's starting to bite.
It is, but I would say with them rowing so smoothly, it's not possibly biting as hard as
now have 1 length on the top of your screen, St Bede's. Right at the left-hand side, you can see the bow of Rangiora High School, but these starting to put the pressure now on the crew from Roncalli from Timaru.
Yeah, you can see Cambridge High School, I almost would have said that their base speed was a bit quicker, and then Roncalli would move back again, so it's back and forth, back and forth. Although, would I just say that Cambridge have just taken about a seat. Really, really tense racing here, right neck and neck, right next to each other.
Well, it is. This is really good racing, and these two now, this rivalry between them has meant they've really opened up some pretty comfortable water on the bronze medal position. So the gold and silver is down to this drag race between Cambridge in the gold, Roncalli in the white boat as they approach the 1500.
It's not all over yet. These boats move very quickly, and if one of the crews has a very good sprint through the 250, they could definitely move through, and it's going to be close.
Yes, just inside the last 250 metres now, and Roncalli coming back. The desperation, they sense that they've slipped away from them, and they're down to a canvas now inside the last 200. So Roncalli now really on the move. They had a very quiet third 500, but here they come, stroke for stroke, really right down to the start, right down to the finish.
Cambridge High School are going to have to really get a sprint on if they want to hold this crew off. They've just gone past. Roncalli have just moved past Cambridge High School, and they're continuing to move on. What an awesome sprint.
Well, look at Roncalli. Here they come. The last 250 metres, they made up more than half a length, and they rowing away to the finish. It is Roncalli take the boys under 18 coxed quad from a very game Cambridge High School. And 3rd place, Nikki, in the excitement. Did you pick that?
I didn't.
Well, you can see the Roncalli crew here. Gee, I think they thought they'd lost that, and then they put the afterburners on and they were back in it.
The thing is, it was so well deserved because they came out, they were ahead, and then they got rowed through, and then they had enough, presence of mind to keep their race plan, and they moved past in the last 250. Really, really well
now
deserved.
Turn their boat around, and they got another life out there, Roncalli.
Oh, they did, and I did think that, wondered, I mentioned that who's got the herbs in the sprint, and I thought that Roncalli possibly had given it all, but then they just pulled something extra out of the bag, reached inside themselves, and they just, they decided we really want this.
So in the boys under 18 Cox Quad, all crews got away to a good start, but the best of them was Ron Carley, and they sat out for more than half the race. But then the big gold boat from Cambridge pushed through them at 3/4 mark and went on to lead by nearly half a length. But that wasn't enough, because Ron Carley came storming back inside the last 250, reclaimed a length, and went on to win the boys under 18 Cox 4 from Cambridge High School. And Photo finished for that third spot. So, confirming that result, Roncalli College from Timaru win the boys under 18 Cox 4, some 1.98 seconds ahead of Cambridge High School, and Rangiora High School were third, some 2.6 seconds behind. It's great to see the town of Timaru giving young people these rowing opportunities.
So Benjamin Rush, Stephen Burt, Brad Darling, Jack Proudfoot, names for the future. I would just about guarantee it. You know, under 18 quad is a very, you know, prestigious event, so watch for those names.
And the finish of the boys under 18 quadruple scull, Roncalli stormed back into the lead to beat Cambridge High School by that half a length.
Serious elation.
Roncalli College out of Timaru, and a huge effort in that last 250. I heard you call it. Well, Jack, you had to work for that, didn't you?
Yeah, it was pretty hard, but I always knew we had a sprint in us, so we just had to stick with them, really.
How special was that win?
It was pretty good, because that was our second year getting the quad, so I was pretty happy with it.
Were you surprised at the performance of Cambridge?
No. I always knew they were pretty good, and it was going to be a hard race, so yeah.
You're pretty stoked though, huh?
Yeah.
Congratulations, mate. National champion.
Cheers.
There you go, Roncalli College pick up the national title, and they'd be pretty happy about that. And as Mike quite rightly said, a great last 250. Mike?